Hey, welcome back to the Spot for Euro Fantasy. I'm Asa Rehman. We are almost there. Euro final this weekend. England versus Italy should be a great match, but obviously you're more concerned with your fantasy team. My team is struggling, took some risks taking Denmark assets, so won't even be able to field a full squad this weekend. But don't worry, I brought someone in, invited a guest to talk about their team. They are in pretty good shape, so you don't want to miss this. A quick reminder to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you like these videos as well. Okay, to the guests now. Football Fantasy Tips on Instagram, on Twitter. You gotta follow them. They're doing quite well. And Mark, the founder of Football Fantasy Tips, is joining me today. Their team was in great shape. His Euro Fantasy team was top 10 in Scotland, top 10 in Thailand as well. Just on the edge of the top 1,000 mark heading into the semifinal. Took a bit of a setback, but still in pretty good shape with all 15 players available for this final between Italy and England. Okay, before we get to Mark, a quick look at the league table, and at the very top, it is Max Legends with just a slim 1-point lead ahead of Frankfurt's 15, and it looks like he gained that point in the semifinal stage, so they were tied going into it, but he wins out that semifinal match 36-35, so now he has that 1-point advantage, and they are obviously fighting for the coveted top prize provided by Kickoff Coffee Company. Yes, they're providing the prize pack. If you can't win the prize pack like myself, currently in 68th place, just use the promo code SPOT15. You get 15% off your purchases, merch, coffee, whatever it is. Use that promo code SPOT15 to get 15% off everything. All right, Mark, thanks so much for doing this. Thanks for joining me. I'm so excited to hear what you have to say about your team because you were up there, top 10 in Thailand, top 10 in Scotland as well, and then fell off a little bit after the semifinal results. The fantasy team didn't quite come through for you. So I want to know what happened in that semifinal matchup with your Euro fantasy team.
Yeah, so there were a couple decisions that just didn't go my way at all. One is not going for Emerson and about everyone else having Emerson. Yeah. And Emerson benefited from that little rule there where he got subbed off before the team conceded, so he got the clean sheet.
Yeah.
So congratulations to everyone who had it. But that's 4 points. 4 points is a big deal right now in this at this stage. And another decision was to transfer out Damsgaard. For some reason, I just thought England were not going to concede. They're going to man-mark Damsgaard. You know, they're just going to manhandle him. That's what I thought. But, you know, he scored from a free kick. So, and about 10 points. The difference is about 10 points. And I think I dropped to 3,000 now.
Wow.
So
from around 1,000, right?
Yeah, 1,000.
All right. So what's the plan
I've chosen
now going into the final?
There's not too many moves you can make now because everyone's got a very similar team. Either you're going to back England or you're going to back Italy or you're going to go for a mixture. So I've chosen to back England more than Italy here just because the vibes, you know what I mean? Like, I think England winning this Euro is going to be good for the world, you know? England has fans not just in England. Like almost every Indian is an England fan. Almost every Thai supports the England team because our own teams don't really make it to these tournaments. So, you know, a lot of my friends, I'm Scottish myself, so I don't. But my dad would kill me. But most of my friends, they support England since they were young. So I think It's just better for the world if England win, if you know what I mean. Like everyone could use a big pick-me-up. In terms of Italy, right? Considering what they did last tournament, yeah. But considering what they didn't even qualify for the World Cup, and considering how they play this tournament, I think they can be happy. You know, and it's at Wembley and everything. So we'll see how it goes. I'm choosing to back England at Wembley, choosing to back their defenders.
Yeah.
Ideally, maybe a 0-0 would be the best scenario for me. I'm not sure. That would mean I should captain a defender though. But at the moment, the captaincy is on Kane, but it's likely going to move to Sterling because that's more of a differential. It might even move again, maybe to a Maguire or a Shaw for an even more differential. But I'm not sure yet. Right now, it's still on Kane.
So are you set on this 15? Is this the group?
I'm set on this 15. Yeah, these are all the subs I can make. I had to get Raspadori in, which is an Italian striker who's priced at around 5, because in the final, the bench won't matter so much. The last decisions I have to make is who do I captain? Yeah, who do I captain? And whether I want to play Chiesa or Bonucci. That's probably the only decisions I have left to make. Because I'm not gonna suddenly back Italy now that I transferred in Walker and Mount, so I've got to go with England now. All the way.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that's why you're leaning away from Chiesa then. Because I would say Chiesa.
Yeah, Chiesa's just on the bench.
Because you're invested in that English defense. That's probably why you're not going to play Chiesa, and I understand that completely. You got to pick a side really at this point.
But it's still up for debate. Chiesa in for Bonucci might be a good move. We'll see. Honestly, we'll see. But I might just not touch it.
Yeah.
Except for the captaincy. It can't be on Kane. Everyone's gonna have it on Kane. So I'm gonna put it on Mount or something. I might put it on Mount even.
Yeah.
Because at this point I'm happy with a top 5K finish or whatever. I'm happy with that. But if I make a risky move, Captain Mount does something, that will be the difference in my mini league, which I'm playing for money, which I'm only 10 points behind. But we'll see. We'll
good luck. Okay, last question, Mark, before we let you go. Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations on all the success with the Instagram accounts. Your Twitter's on fire as well. Great job with all of that stuff. Absolutely love it. Looking forward to the YouTube channel that you're going to launch as well. So looking forward to that when that drops. But before I let you go, just want to get your thoughts on the tournament, Euro Fantasy tournament. Overall, what did you think of it? How did you enjoy it, especially some of the tweaks to the rules and playing the game? What were your thoughts of it?
I mean, I really enjoyed it personally, but I think for a lot of people, it's way too time-consuming and manual. It's not set and forget like FPL. That's probably the main thing about this. But it also means that people who pay attention, they will stay. They will rise, if you know what I mean. Although I want to give an example of where, for example, people who stayed in the know actually didn't benefit. Alvaro Morata, everyone transferred him out.
Right.
Everyone transferred him out when he wasn't starting for a guy who did start, and then he scored. It's just like there's a lot of luck in this, a lot of calculated risk, a lot of luck. In terms of, I still enjoy the FPL more. Definitely, I still enjoy that more. This is interesting. It's a whole different way of doing it. I think the Champions League fantasy is also very similar to this format.
Yes, yeah.
If not, it's quite similar to this format. Yeah. So it's been fun, and it's been good for me because it's been like fresh content. I'm able to start my Instagram and all the football fantasy tips channel and all this based on. We plan to do it based on this Euro, so it's been perfect in that sense for us.
Yeah,
and then we're moving on to FPL next. And then don't forget, it's the World Cup in a year.
That's right.
It's the World Cup in a year.
Well, we're going to have to talk some FPL and talk some World Cup fantasy as well. Appreciate your time, Mark. Thanks so much for doing this.
Thank you, Asa. Thanks for having me on. I'll see you next time.
For sure.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a whole lot of fun. Make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments or on Twitter at TheSpot4FF or at Asa Rehman. And check out Mark's pages as well. Football Fantasy Tips. Subscribe to his channel. His YouTube channel is coming out soon. And I want you to enjoy the final. Italy versus England. Who you got? Let me know in the comments. Enjoy the rest of your week, your weekend, whatever you're doing. Do it safely. Thanks so much for hanging out at The Spot.